Nehemiah. Though there were a few to thee, thy servants who desire prosper. I pray thee, thy servant this day. The king's cup there. Right there, we have a precept there telling us, or if we turn back, he's gonna gather us, He, hard-headed, cuando le fallamos estamos en pecado. Él puede hacer muchas cosas con nosotros y cuando los endereza hay que saber que los anda enderezando por lo bien. Para que los enderece, pero con pasión, con amor. No nomás que los enderece porque los puede matar. Él es un Dios de guerra, es un Dios celoso. He's a very jealous God. Said he could kill us by having love for us because we're hard-headed. We're in this flesh. It's carnal. So it's cool. And obey the voice of the Lord, and do all his commandments which I command thee this day. And the Lord thy God will make thee plenteous in every work of thy hand, and body, and in the fruit of thy cattle, and in the fruit of the land, for good. For the Lord will again rejoice over thee. To Deuteronomie chapter 28. In verse 11, there's another precept. the Lord shall make thee plenteous in goods, in the fruit of thy body, and in the fruit of thy cattle, and in the fruit of the ground, in the land which the Lord swore unto thy fathers to give thee. I'm telling you, He's gonna make us fruitful. He'll make us, we're fruitful, but He'll making us good and seeing us as good again. Oh, come on, wake up. But a lot of these have to, 2/3 have to be gone away. Because we're hard-headed. We don't listen to Him. We don't keep His commandments with all our soul, with all our heart, with all our mind, with our flesh. Our flesh is a constant battle with each other. A seguir todas las leyes, todos los mandamientos de Dios no es fácil. Es difícil, bien difícil que es. Pero lo debemos que hacer. Si Él nos da todo esto es porque nosotros podemos hacer esto. Somos carnales. Siempre peleamos con el cuerpo, pero no debe que ser así. Podemos hacer mucho más para Yahweh Hashem, Yahushai, el creador de este universe. He's the creator of this universe. We could do a lot more for Him. Being grateful, just follow His commandments, do as He will, do His will, let His will take over you. And thou shalt hearken unto the voice of the Lord thy God, and keep His commandments and His statutes which are written in this book of the law, and if thou turn unto the Lord thy God, Yahweh, come to Him with all thy heart, not hidden from thee, neither is it far off. It is not in heaven, that thou shouldest say, who shall go up for us to heaven and bring it unto us, that we may hear it or do it. See? ¿Qué te dije? What did I tell you? It's easy for us. It's here. If we couldn't do it, He wouldn't be. You want to be a fucking athlete, superstar, a singer, you put all your heart and all your soul for it, right? Even though you never born to do that, but you're doing it. You're doing it. Yeah, you put all your heart, all your soul into it. Romans. Chapter 10. Verse 6. Romans chapter 10 verse 6. But the righteousness which is of faith speaketh on this wise, saying, not in thy heart, who shall ascend into heaven, that is to bring Mashiach down from above, or who shall descend into the deep, that is to bring up Mashiach again from the dead, again from the dead. But what say it? The word is nigh thee, even in thy mouth and in thy heart. This is the word of faith which we preach. So in your heart, it has to, come on, man. Believe it. If you don't have that much faith in your heart with this word, what good is it for you? What good is it for you just to read it and think that, oh yeah, especially as a Christian and a Catholic, you know? Those are two damn de rameras. Las iglesias de rameras, you know, that I grew up in. You know, the harlot fucking churches, dude. The fucking. What good is it to read this book as they do, but have no faith in it whatsoever, what it says? Especially in thy heart, with all your heart, you know, you have to believe and have that faith. If thou shalt confess with thy mouth the Lord Yahweh and shalt believe in thy heart that Yahweh hath raised him from the dead, thou shalt be saved. For with thy heart man believe unto righteousness, and with thy mouth confess is made until salvation. For the scripture says, whoever believeth in him shall not be ashamed. For there is no difference between the Jew and the Greek, for the same Lord over all is rich unto all that call upon him. It doesn't matter if you're in Brazil, if you're in Salvador, if you're in Mexico, if you're in the United States, if you're in France, if you're in Italy. It doesn't matter where you're at. If you're in Germany, if you're part of the elect, if you're part of the 1/3, if you're part of the house of Israel, there is no difference between us. We're all the same. Not the entire nations. This is just talking about Israel. We're the same. As long as what he tells us, we hearken with all our heart, with all our soul, right? Let's go back into Deuteronomy chapter 30, and we're in verse 13. Neither is it beyond the sea that thou shalt say, who shall go over the sea for us, and bring it unto us, that we may hear it and do it. But the word is very nigh unto thee, in thy mouth and in thy heart, that thou mayest do it. See, I have set before this day life and good, and death and evil, and that I command thee this day to love thy Lord thy God, that to walk in his ways, and to keep his commandments, and his statutes, and his judgments, that thou mayest live and multiply. For thy Lord thy God shall bless thee in the land which there thou goest to possess it. But if thy heart turned away, so that thou wilt not hear, but shalt be drawn away, and worship other gods, and serve them, I denounce unto you this day that ye shall surely perish, and that ye shall not prolong your days upon the land where thou possessed over Jordan to go to possess it. I call heaven and earth to record this day against you, that I have set before you life and death, blessings and cursing. Blessing and cursings. Therefore choose life, that both thou and thy seed may live. Going to Deuteronomy chapter 4. He's gonna set it this day, right? I call heaven and earth to witness. Heaven and earth, he's calling it to witness. See, this is spiritual. You gotta understand that. We don't see certain things. We don't see the other realm. This is spiritual. The heaven and earth is witness between us. That ye shall soon utterly perish from off the land whereunto you go over Jordan to possess it. Ye shall not prolong your days upon it, but shall utterly be destroyed. That's because why? We're not keeping his commandments, right? as it said there that he'll scatter us, right? And he'll do the same right now. If he opened up your mind, your eyes, if he opened up your eye, if you open up your ear and your heart to get this word and to get this understanding, his what is it? What is it? Do you understand it? If you don't understand it, it's not for you. That Yahweh Bahashim Yahushai, right? The true names, the true understanding of all of this. The tribes, who are the tribes of Israel? If you don't have that understanding that everybody's scattered, how can you understand this? If you don't believe that Yahushai come from, the Yahweh's dark man, Yahushai is the dark man, comes from the tribe of Judah, if you're still thinking that Caesar Borgia is your fucking God, if you can't let go of that shit, if you can't let go of your fucking idols that you worship, you have idols everywhere. It could be a damn fucking Virgin Mary little statue that you have, a little statue of anything that you worship, your little Buddhas. It doesn't matter what it is. There's people like that could go off on any direction. You could worship anything. It could be a sports team. It doesn't matter. If you put anything above God, Yahweh Bahashim Yahushai, you're idling it. You're worshiping it. He'll bring you down to destruction. It doesn't matter. You gotta be of a sober mind. No, you can't be a fucking drunk anymore. You can't sit there, wake up drinking, go to sleep drinking. Can't be getting fucking high, man. All that shit's a fucking distraction. It's a fucking big ass distraction. And all this fucking weed that we have out here in Colorado is not natural the way it used to be, man. So what the fuck does it matter? Like, a lot of you say, well, I use it's this and that, it comes from the ground. No, it's not made the same. They've added a bunch of fucking chemicals to it. Just think. It's not fucking, come on, man. You just need to get your mind straight, man. There's a lot of you that don't want it, and that's good. That's good that a lot of you guys don't want it, because this is only for the elect anyways. This is only for the hopeful elect and the 1/3. That is it. I'm not trying to get this word out for anybody else. This is only for the hopeful elect. That's it. And I'm hopeful I'm one. If I'm not, oh wow, so be it. At least this word is going out. That's the main point, is that his word gets out so he can seal his elect. So all that's gonna come happens. There's a lot of prophecy that's gonna come. We still need to get that RFD, RI, or what is it, the FRID chip to get mandatory throughout everywhere. There's a lot of prophecies left. World War III, Third World, that still needs to happen. There's a lot of things that need to happen. That one religion bullshit that's gonna happen, it's gonna happen. This fucking world is trying to fucking just one religion, one way of life, one currency. All that shit needs to happen. Now, that's Deuteronomy chapter 30, verse 20. I'm going to close out with this. That thou mayest love the Lord thy God, and that thou mayest obey his voice, and that thou mayest cleave unto him. For he is thy life, and the length of thy days. That thou mayest dwell in the land which the Lord swore unto thy fathers, to Abraham, to Isaac, and to Jacob, to give them. It's hard. I'm not gonna lie. It's hard. But we need to do it. The hopeful elect, man, the 1/3 out there, you just need to cleave on to the Lord Yahweh, Bahashim Yahushai, Bahashim Karak Kadash. Like I said, it takes time. It's not easy. Things will happen. They'll get on their fucking way. And, things are they're gonna get in your way, man. There's a lot of shit. Your own family is gonna make you think that it's all done and over and you're gonna give up. Don't give up, man. You can't give up, man. You cannot give up. You gotta be happy in any situation that you're in. It doesn't matter what situation you're in. There's someone out there that has it worse than you do, and they're reading the book. They're trying to follow the laws. There's always someone doing in worse circumstances. Be happy we're not in a country where there's famine already. I mean, we need to fast. Yeah, I struggle with fasting. I'm trying to get there. I mean, even though 2 years ago, for 6 months, I went through a surgery and I was on a liquid diet, and there was times where I didn't eat. But that was about 2 years ago, man. And like I said, about 2 years ago, I started getting into this word, and I was not even reading. I was just I started seeing things online, and I started searching. I just started searching. It took me a while, but I started searching. It took me a long time to finally get it. Not get the word per se, but just get it. Get the understanding. Because I was confused, man. I was dead confused, man. Coming out of being in a damn Christian church for so long, being raised in the Catholic church for so long, it was I was confused, man. And I knew there was a lot of things wrong. I knew we shouldn't worship idols and shit like that. But Mexicans, man, boy, don't we love our fucking Esau white man, fucking Jesus, right? Fucking love it, man. And it's not easy. It's not for the faint. It takes a lot of time and dedication to try to do this, and if we're gonna do it, we have to strive to do it and do it all the way He wants it to be done. We can't put our feelings into it, You just can't. You can't sit there and say, I'm gonna do it this way, or I'm gonna do it that way, or this is why I'm doing it this way, or you know what, I'm in this situation, so I can't do it that way, or I have this going on in my life, and I don't have time. You know what? You're just fighting with yourself about it. I mean, why fight it? I mean, the more you fight it, the more things are gonna come your way. ¿Cuántas veces no quieres hacer algo o ocupas hacer algo y no te pasan tantas cosas porque no la quieres hacer y al fin lo haces? We see that all the time with this. When we're in this truth, man, we try not to do it, or we don't give the time to do it. Man, how many things don't happen? How many things don't get in our way and make life harder because we're not doing His word, we're not doing His will, we're not obeying His commandments, His statutes that He put before us. He wants us to read. We gotta read. We gotta fast. We gotta make videos. We gotta push this word. Can't just sit here and be a fucking una pereza, bud. We can't be a slugger, bud. You gotta do it. You gotta do it. Doesn't matter your situation. You just gotta do it. And hopefully I could get some branches. That's my next goal. So get some branches. Get a little tripod. Just set shop out there somewhere. I think I might have a spot I might go. But like I said, I'm still learning. I'm still taking advice from the elders. Always from the apostles out there, GMS. I'm always taking their advice. I'm always watching their videos to learn. I need to learn. You can't just wake up one day and say, oh, I'm going to go stand at the corner and start reading the Bible. You can't do that, man. It doesn't work that way. You need to clean up your act. You need to make sure you're trying to follow the laws as best as you can, man. change everything about your life. You can't be carnal. You need to have that spirit within you. You know? You can't do that fucking Christian shit that says come as you are. You can't do it. It's not gonna work for you. It's not gonna work. With that, I just want to say all praises to Yahweh, Bahashim Yahushai. Barakatah, you know. Oh, it's hard, man. Shalom to all the Akim out there. Double honors to the apostles of GMS and the elders who taught me this truth once again, you know. All you Akim out there who are pushing the truth throughout the four corners of this earth, man. Keep pushing. Keep pushing. You can't stop. The only one that has us in this and that can make us stop is the Most High. He's the only one. Yahweh Bahashim Yahushai. Call Allah. Yahweh Bahashim Yahushai.